Man, you can see.
We are so close.
No, man. Yeah, some say.
You mustn't.
Oh.
You must be still. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Hey.
Yesterday was actually exactly 6 weeks since I gave birth. Mick was off today, and we finally get the time to actually sit down and do this video. The twins started preschool today, so it's quiet, you know, we can speak freely. Baby T is here, he's sleeping, kind of.
Not sleeping.
Sort of, kind of. I haven't been in front of the camera since the birth, actually, so
okay.
I'm a little bit off form.
I wouldn't have noticed, so I don't know.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by once again.
What do they say? Like, subscribe, press the bell icon for notifications.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Just
is it up or where do you point? Yeah. Let's do that.
Just so I understand them. It's just like, anyway, so we are sitting down for my birth story.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was
unnecessary drama.
No, there was a cut. What's the word?
I don't know what you're trying to
I'm struggling to find the word, but in the birth vlog, there was a part that didn't show us actually leaving the house and going to the hospital.
Yes.
So like there is a lot of questions around what actually happened, and yeah, I almost gave birth in the car. So that was fun. So I'm just going to recap the birth vlog very quickly. If you want to hear the full details, you just have to go and watch the birth vlog. But anyway, so Monday evening, I felt things. So I sent a text to my doctor, and I was like, yeah, I think in a few hours, we're gonna be doing the thing, you know, gonna be giving birth. Plus I was so tired. On that day we did go for a walk.
Yeah, we've been going for walks for the past 2 weeks.
Every day.
Sort of trying to do what we did the last time with the twins. But yeah, we're taking the twins along, so the walks are actually quite fun, more than anything. So
yeah.
Baby, that man.
He's fine. You see, now you said something. Okay, cool. And then I went and I took a shower, because apparently with your second birth, things are supposed to go a lot quicker. So I was thinking probably by that day morning I'm probably going to be giving birth. So I was like, okay, let me get ready to labor and get ready to give birth. But after I took a shower, then the pains just disappeared. So I was like, okay, what do I do? You know,
I called my mom.
Yeah.
So she came in the morning.
Wait, why? Oh, Jara, that's not the story. Ish, guys, Mick cannot tell a story. Yo, but anyway, now you just did. Now I forgot what I wanted to say. But yes, the pains went away, and then I tried to bounce on the exercise ball, and nothing was happening. The pains were just gone. Like, guys, isn't gone. Like nothing, no cramps, no nothing, not even like distant pain, nothing. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna sleep. If the pains decide to be serious, then I'll wake up. Then middle of the night, around 2ish, I got a few pains. I waited a bit, and then I was like, okay, these are quite painful. And then I woke up, and then that's when we woke up and we were chilling. And then I was bouncing on the ball, which is the clip that you guys would have seen. Mick's mom, we had already called. She was going to come in the morning, and then But if we had to leave earlier, we had already called our friend Lutendo to come in the morning, in case we have to go to the hospital before Mick's mom gets here. So around, it was still curfew. What time did she leave? It was 4, né? When she left. Yeah, because I think curfew was up until 4. So now we'll be bouncing on the ball, and then the pains again, they just started going away around 4. And then this is after Lutendo had called and she said, I'm on the way. Then when I was like, the pains are gone, let me sleep. So I went to sleep, and then when Lutendo got here when she called, that's when we woke up. And then this guy was like, yeah, get dressed, get ready so we can leave. I was like, dude, I'm not even in pain. Like, the pains are gone. What are we going to get there and say? I'm like, I feel like they're going to turn us back. It's like they're not going to turn us back.
That's not what I said.
That is exactly what you said.
What I said.
Anyway,
God knows.
Fast forward, we left. Fast forward, we left, guys. I had no pains, like nothing. There was nothing from the time that Lutendo got here. Actually, from the time I went to sleep, I had no pains at all. And then we got to the hospital, and then we had to get our COVID stuff done, and then we did. And then we went straight to the maternity ward, and then they were like, okay, we're just going to check your cervix and monitor your contractions and see if we need to admit you. That's exactly what they did, and they turned us back because I only had one contraction in the 45 minutes that I was there and they were busy monitoring. I only had one contraction, and I was only like half a centimeter to a centimeter dilated. So they're like, we'll definitely be seeing you, but like, you are still so far. Then I was like, yeah, like 1 centimeter, I'm still far. Little did we know. Anyway, so on our way home, I only had like 2 contractions. I was asleep again in the car, and then I only had like 2 contractions. And then when we got home, I wanted to vlog, but the thing is, it was just so busy. Mick's mom was already here, Lutendo was here, Lutendo's kid was also here. So, and the boys, it was just crazy. The house was a mess, you know, and like, I'm trying to concentrate on getting this baby out because I'm tired, and the highs and lows of contraction, no contraction, you know, I was just getting so frustrated. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, and then what happened?
So during that time,
Lutendo left around 2.
Lutendo left around 2. So when
we got home around 12ish.
She left around 2-3, I think. And then you came to the room after she left.
Yeah, that was around 3. I remember it was 3 because I was like, okay, I want to do the dishes so that, you know, the gravity helps the baby go down, because I could feel that he was still high up. So I was like, okay, the gravity will probably help the baby come down. But now I was also starting to get some contractions. But they were not consistent. They were like close together and then quiet again. So it was all confusing. I did not even try and track them. So I was just like, whatever. And then I was feeling very uncomfortable, very sticky, very smelly. It had been a long day. So I wanted to take a shower. And then I ended up leaving the dishes. I did not even do the dishes. And then I came to take a shower. This was around 3. And then I was like, you know what? It's very distracting being in the living room with everyone, because the kids want to jump on me, and when I'm getting a contraction, like, it's just a lot. So I was like, let me just stay in the room. I remember Mick coming in. He's like, how are you done? Why aren't you coming out? I was like, no, I decided to stay in here and labor.
But decide the one.
All by myself, and labor in the room. And then he was like, okay, that's fine. So I was bouncing on the ball. I'm watching YouTube videos. Guys, I had no pains at all. I had like one contraction. I had one contraction when I was showering. And then around 4-ish.
Hey, guys.
I was like, you know what? This is not happening. There is nothing happening. I am actually tired, you know. Yeah, I was like, I'm actually tired because I'm sleeping, waking up, and laboring honestly just takes a lot of your energy. So if you need to sleep, just sleep. If your body tells you to sleep, sleep. So I went to sleep.
Guys.
And this is where it all started going wrong. Around 6.
No,
6. Yes, it was 6.
So she goes to sleep around 4:30, 4:45. And then my mom is like, no, let me quickly go back to the house, to her place. She's like, I'm gonna be back. Let me just get ready and bath so that by the time I come back, like, I'm sorted. Plus she had left all her toiletries and stuff. Hi, sharp. Me now, it's about 6. I'm feeding the kids. And I think 30 minutes before that, I just come in to check on you.
Yeah, you came in to check on me.
And you were asleep.
No, yes, I was asleep, but you were like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay.
And
you're like, do we need to go? I was like, no, not yet.
Halfway through feeding the boys, guys, you know,
you're hearing exorcisms.
I'm hearing there, like, you know, like when a woman, if you've been in the delivery room with your partner or your wife, whatever the situation might be, or if you've witnessed a birth, there's just certain sounds where you know. And then I'm like, and the boys were watching something on TV, and there was like a pause where there was no sound, and then I heard the sound. How I come in here? How? Show me. We're sharp now. I'm sharp. I'm like, but show me, you're not sharp. And she's making like the sounds. I'm like, I know what this is. I'm like, I call my mom back. I'm like, yo, dude, you need to come back. My mom has been gone for like an hour.
No, that's when I still said I was okay.
No, she still said she was okay.
And then you're like, okay, I'm feeding the boys. And then I'm gonna bath them.
And then when I came back after that,
after you fed the boys,
I came again.
You're like, hey,
I'm like, dude.
And then I was like, no, we need to go.
And then I'm like, no, that's not what you said. I'm like, say? I got there, and I'm like, dude. I'm like, we're going to the hospital. I'm like, what do you think? And you were just blank, and you're like, yeah, I think we should. Guys, she was here, but she was not here. How? Now it's frantic, Nyana.
Guys, can I please explain what was going through my head? The thing is, when I went to sleep, I was like, okay, I'm sleeping. The pains were there, but they were not painful, you know.
Guys.
And they woke me up here and there, but before Mick came, I think about 30 minutes before he came, then they started getting hectic, because now I could feel the baby like push down, which is actually such a weird feeling, but it's so interesting as well, because I don't remember feeling that with the twins. But like, yeah, he started pushing down. Like, I could, every time I got a contraction, I could feel him literally moving down. And the thing is, I was lying on my side, obviously.
People are using words like interesting.
And then I started tracking the contractions, but then there was still like 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and the rule is you need to go to the hospital when it's, I think it's 331 or 431.
What? I don't know. But I just heard noises, and I was like, I don't know what the rule is.
So I was not thinking that, you know, I'm about to give birth. But anyway, yes, Mick came in, and then he was like, my friend, do you think we should go? And then I was like, okay, I think now we should go.
I think.
And I was still feeling very normal.
Hey.
I was still lying down. That's the thing. And then he was like, okay, you get dressed, and then I am going to get the boys ready for bed and put them down, and then we leave. I'm not gonna bath them. I'm like, okay. And then He said his mom was already on the way. Okay, fine. So as soon as I stood up, I think all that work and all that cervix opening that was happening when I was lying down literally went from 0 to 100. I literally felt like I needed to push. I felt like I needed
Mind you,
to
we are in Pretoria.
And our hospital is in Four Ways, Johannesburg.
So that's a good 50 k's away.
Yeah.
Guys, so someone lumps up in, no?
So while I'm getting dressed, I'm getting contractions now, like every 2 minutes. I was like, oh, my sweet
And
Lord,
she's trying to keep
be
it cool because she knows I'm already irritated.
He's already irritated because he can hear that I'm making the transition sounds. Basically, transition sounds sound like
we are fine, thank you. We want to hear that. PTSD. So now it's like, how? Let's go to the car. Hey.
So now, leaving the room to the door, I got a contraction. The door down the stairs, I got a contraction.
Stairs to the car, contraction.
I got a contraction.
I was like, what on earth?
And I am trying so hard to not tell Mick that I this is bad. Like, I really feel like there's a lot of pressure. So I'm just quiet. I'm just like, you know what, let me just zip my mouth. Liz, we're gonna make it. Okay, you're not giving birth in the car. You're not giving birth at a weird hospital. You are getting to your doctor. You are getting to Dr. Asante. Dr. Asante is going to give birth to this baby. Okay?
I love how excited she is.
No, I'm not excited. In my head, I was like, I can do this. I can make it.
Guys.
So now Mick got the car out, and then now while Mick was getting the car, I got another contraction.
And mind you, she thinks I don't know, but I know what's happening.
You know exactly what's happening. So there was the last Powerade because I drank the other one. There was a Powerade in the car, so I take it, and then we get into the car. I put the seatbelt on. And then now the car starts moving. Yo, guys, those little bumps, those things were the devil. And then there's like humps in our complex. I cannot explain how painful that experience was and how uncomfortable it was. Like, every little bump just sent me into a contraction.
Guys.
And then now we need to get fuel.
And
then I say to Mick, I'm like, can we not get to the hospital without fuel? I'm like, because we need to get to the hospital.
And mind you, now when we came back, I was thinking, I'll pour fuel when I should have poured fuel when we got back initially. But, you know, that time I was like, whatever, I'll pour. I'm like, Chum, the way you are, we're not going to get there. We
so
pour
now
fuel.
he says, we're not going to get... He's like, the thing is,
we're gonna have to
we
push.
need to drive fast, and we're not gonna get...
I didn't say we need to drive fast. I said we need to drive at a considerably more accelerated forward moving motion.
And
Cops are watching.
Okay.
I wasn't driving fast.
And then he was like, so we need to get fuel. This fuel is not gonna get us there. I was like, okay. In my head that time, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, just tell him to turn back and go to Velges. It's right here. Mind you guys,
Velges from where we stay is literally like 500 meters away. It's literally like right here. Velges was 12. But anyway.
Just go to Velges. You'll be fine. You just need to give birth. You have your bags. You have everything. Just go. Velges is a great hospital. And then I was like, no. Let me just keep quiet. Then we get fuel. As we are leaving.
They say we're gagging them.
As we are leaving, I get a contraction.
Guys, when we got on the N4 to the N1.
So Meg is there driving. I'm there. I took my seatbelt off. And then
seat reclined like a polo driver.
And then he's like, Liz, I know this is really uncomfortable, but you really need to put your seatbelt on. I just looked at him. I'm like, this one.
But you got yourself in that situation. Now you're looking at me fine.
So I'm there holding the headrest, contractions, guys. Oh.
25 minutes of contraction, of just hearing the sound. I was just like,
So I'm looking at the time and then I see, okay, they are every 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, we're still okay.
That time, with doctor, Slamul the phone.
We're trying to call Dr.
Slamul.
It's not answering. They're texting. No.
You'll find out
take.
why he was not answering as we.
No second take. No nothing.
That time we're driving.
And then we get to the William Nicole off-ramp.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at the time and I'm getting contractions. Now it's saying 1 minute. They are 1 minute apart, guys. And we are still on William Nicole.
Probably like 3 kilometers from the hospital by then.
Because of the robots, because of the traffic lights, it's gonna take us longer.
And mind you, of very...
Jimmy, you don't smell nice.
If there's one thing I do know how to do is drive people. I'm a car person. I know how to drive, but that was probably the most uncomfortable 25-minute drive of my life, given this, and it was so windy. Yeah, it was not great. And then,
so as we are on,
and the robots were closing. Hey,
they were, and then as we are on
gear 1, gear 2 closed.
On William Nicole, I remember. When I was getting a contraction, that one, I was like, this one is saying push. And I was like, Tsumzukani, no. And then Mick is like, is the baby coming out? Is the baby coming out? And I'm like, the baby is not coming out.
But yeah, substitution. Now I'm getting in now.
No, wait, there's no substitution. And then, as I am having these contractions, 1 minute.
Sinzukan is listening, is like, is this what happened?
Yes, you're the
yes,
drummer. You're the
this
drummer.
is what happened in front of me.
And then, as the contractions are happening, the thing is, in between contractions, guys, I am no jokes, no lying. I am literally a normal person. I am talking normally. Because with the twins, I could not even talk from like 6 centimeters dilated. I could not
guys.
talk. I was talking, I was normal. He was like, Liz, you could please text whoever. I would take the phone and I would text. I felt normal. I could talk. Okay. And then what happened? We got to the hospital. So I'm like to her, and as we park, she's having a contraction. I'm like, right, when the contraction ends, we must Usain Bolt to reception. Contraction stops, we go to reception. No, contraction stops, I get out of the car, I get another contraction.
Yeah, so she waits again.
Do you see why I'm saying you can't tell the story? Because you... No. Anyway, so now contraction stops and it's like, okay, we're going to need to hurry to the reception. So you need to be quick. He's like, don't worry, I'll take everything. So this is why we couldn't vlog, because everything is happening so quickly. I'm in deep end of contractions.
It's
and then it's my fault, guys. It's my fault. It's not. Mick was very prepared, and I'm so glad he actually took the end clips and when the baby was born, because I was not even expecting to have any of those clips at all. Thank you, my love. So anyway, I get out of the car, I get another contraction. He's like, okay, Liz, we need to go. We are walking. Now we get to the screening point. And in my head, I'm like, Lord, please, Lord, don't let me get a contraction here, because I know I am going to get air while I'm still praying contraction. I'm literally standing, I'm holding my knees there, and I'm like, oh. And then everyone is like,
get a wheelchair.
Put her on the wheelchair. Go straight to maternity. Guys, it was so dramatic. Like
I've never pushed a person that fast.
Luckily, there were not a lot of people. It was just the screening people, and there was a doctor who just came out.
There was no one basically at that time.
There was no one. And I'm like, yeah, get a wheelchair. Okay. Now they put me on a wheelchair. Even just to sit on the wheelchair, guys, it took me forever. Sat on the wheelchair, I'm being wheeled. Okay, we get to the maternity ward, security. Okay, what are you here for? Contraction.
So I'm explaining to the security lady. Now, mind you, I'm highly my sense of irritation and trying to be a husband and trying to be in the moment and understanding, it's just all over the place. They are all here, but irritation is like right up there. So I'm trying to say it very nicely. I said to this lady, I'm like, no, she's having a contraction. She's literally about to give birth. And then she's like, you need to sign it. I'm like, lady, you're not hearing me. I don't have time to sign in.
He did not say that. He did not even get there because then I started getting a contraction. When we got there, she was like, why are you here? I was like, can you not see? I am in pain.
I'm like, she needs to give birth.
When I started getting a contraction, now she opens the doors. She's calling the nurses. Nurse, come. Now they are all coming. Like, what's the commotion? Why is this person groaning?
Something about the wheelchair not supposed to be inside the maternity. I think
and then
COVID
they're like,
protocols.
okay, yeah, they're like, okay, you need to walk. I took 5 steps.
And they're like, I just let her
and
go in the
then
wheelchair.
I got another contraction. And then they're like, okay, wheelchair. They wheeled me to the delivery room.
Hey,
and
the
then
lady, the nurse is like, yeah.
The nurse is like, okay, now please sit on the bed. We're going to monitor you.
And we're going to do
And then we're going to do a cervical check.
internal and external.
Yeah. And then as I sit on the bed, I take my dress up. She does. Oh, before I even did that, I'm already taking my panties off.
Guys,
I
saw things. I'm just like, I just see.
I'm already getting undressed, And then when she was just like, she's like, oh my word, you are 10 centimeters.
I was like, in my head, I'm
she's like, this baby is coming. And then she's like, okay, we're gonna need to do the heart rate monitoring.
The other nurse called the doctor.
Yeah, they were calling the doctor. No, it was her.
It was her, yeah.
She's like, okay, we're gonna need to do the internal wardrobe. When she went to take them, she's calling the doctor. She's talking to Dr. Sante, and then she's coming in with the things, and then they strap me on. They're like, okay, you're gonna need to lie still. I think it was there for like 10 seconds. I took it off. I was like, no, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do this. No.
Again, to the south. To the south.
I'm literally sitting with my legs like spread out on the bed, and I'm having contractions like, oh. And then they give me the hospital gown, and then about 3 minutes later, Dr. Sante was like, and he gets like, oh, hi guys, you good?
Yeah, and then they broke the waters. Because he felt and he's like, no, let's just break the waters and get things going. That time, my mom is like, yeah, doesn't matter what time it is. Just tell me when the child is here. This was like at 8:30. Her mom is like, oh, please tell her I love her so much. Oh, my daughter, oh.
And then,
no, but they were saying like, oh, no, tell her it's going to be fine, blah, blah, blah. This was at 8:30. This was at, 8:25. Now they break the waters. Now
and like when you feel the urge to push,
you must push. And then we are telling her, and I think maybe she thought the doctors were lying, but I could see we could see the head, guys. We're like, dude, just push.
And then, apparently, if I had pushed twice, the baby.
The first time round,
the first time. They were like, okay, the baby's here. Like, you just need to
give one big push, and then the second one, baby is out.
Me, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, as soon as we get to 5 seconds, I'm like, I can't. I can't.
Guys, so you must understand.
I think I pushed like
3 times.
3 times, and I was like, I can't.
The third time.
And then Mick was like, Liz, you need to push. The baby is here. Okay.
The baby was literally there. And
guys, I'm not joking. This is how he's talking to me. Liz, you need to push. What do you mean you can't? What do you mean you can't? The baby is right here. You need to push. Okay? The baby is right here. Okay.
There's no awards for husband of the year, and he spoke to me so sweetly in the delivery.
No, guys, honestly, if he had not spoken to me like that, I would not have pushed the way I did. And then the next push, it was like, and then I pushed. And then another thing that was in my head was the message he showed me from my mom. My mom was like, you're strong. Tell her I love her. And then Mick as well was like, hey, you need to push. The baby is right here. It's here.
Mind you guys, please. Because now, why is this being so rude to you? I was not being rude. I was just like, dude, you really just need to, because I don't know in a head what she was thinking, but I was like, I'm like, if you literally just hold the push and you push like they're saying this baby is and I think because later on she's like, auntie, how close? I'm like, dude, the baby was literally there. Yo, eventually
You know, I was reading all the messages and people were like, oh, Liz, you are so strong. I was like, there was no strength in the delivery room. I was like, I can't, guys. If I could cry,
in my head, I'm like,
sure I would.
In my head, I'm like, so if you can't, what? Okay, we're here, 9 months, 39 weeks, we're here, sla. What must happen if you can't? Yo, guys, and then eventually the baby came.
So anyway, then they were like, push, but now when they're busy saying that, they're like, Liz, don't give up. And then when I didn't, now I can feel the baby coming out. And then there's like the ring of fire. Now the head comes out. And then they're like, okay. And then the shoulders came out.
Sure, and then the body just, and then
the baby came out. And then he was crying. But the reason why also I was breathing so heavily in the video, it was because, guys, it was hard. There was so much adrenaline running through my body. I was like, what the hell? Oh, what the hell just happened? You know, that type of, like, I'm just shocked at what just happened. And then the baby was there.
The baby is cool.
Guys, literally everything was gone. And then, yeah. And then the rest is like postpartum video.
Yeah, postpartum. But yeah, no, guys, it was, no. I'm one of those, I want to be there where the action is happening. So I wasn't, I was just like, dude, you have to push. Because I was like, at first I'm like, no, you can do it. And then I was like, dude, you need to push now. Like, you need to stop playing the games. You need to just push now.
Anyway, guys, here is baby Tunsa.
You keep on taking my shine. She's just taken my shine. Another mini-me.
Yes, looks like the father. Hi, say hi.
Tell them to not take my shine, my boy.
Guys, this boy is so big. He's like 4.7 kgs already. Say hi. 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 Hello.
But yeah, guys, strenuous delivery. Look, it was not a bad delivery, but everything before that was just a bit on edge. So, but thankfully we made it safely. And the delivery was done safely as well, and like she was fine as well, so it went well overall. And
we made it. Oh, and actually, I think the only thing that made us get there, because when I was busy transitioning, like there's a sound, they were actually also pushing the baby. And then I remember when we got on William Nicole, after I was like, baby, it's also got, I was like, Liz, you need to hold it together. You need to control these contractions. You need to hold this baby in, basically, because if you're frantic, this baby is gonna come out in this car. And then I started breathing, and then I was like in control. And if you remember, I was not making those sounds anymore.
I'm a breathing YouTube videos. Watch them, guys.
But yeah, and then like I just controlled my breathing, and that actually kept me calm, and it kept the baby in for as long as the baby needed to be in, because we did make it. And then basically that's it. And I did not give birth in the car.
Thankfully.
Thank God.
And if you guys are interested in the actual video of when the baby is born, I'm sure you've uploaded it, right?
Yeah.
It's there on the channel. Guys, me and YouTube, the dynamics. Yeah, no, I'm getting there.
Yes, guys, everything is there on the channel. Mick was able to get the part where the baby was born. And I'm so grateful that I have those bits. I would have loved the video to be any other way, but God intended it to be the way that it was, and actually it was perfect.
And with that in mind, we have to go fetch the twins from school.
Yes, we have to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And
when you are there, guys, please tell your husbands when it's time, or your please, I'm asking, don't put us through these things. So,
anyway,
please.
thank you guys so much. Guys, like
But you've been talking the whole time.
No, but wabora, because
But
I'm
what
always
did I say?
having to explain the things that you're saying because you're not even making sense.
It's alright, but that's all. I got the comment going to sis.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching.
Peace.
Bye.